Well, welcome back for another episode of By 30 by 30, Her Story, Her Strength, where this series we're highlighting our professional staff. So this beautiful lady beside me is who today?
My name is Victoria Scott.
Victoria Scott. Now, Victoria, what do you do at the Sheriff's Office?
So I'm currently an Administrative Specialist 3 for the Internal Affairs Recruiting and Retention Unit.
So internal affairs, retention and recruiting unit.
Yes.
So administrative assistant, like what exactly is that? What do you do exactly?
So
And tell them the truth. It's a lot, okay? Put some respect on it.
Yes, I do a lot. There is 3 different units. So for internal affairs, I kind of keep up. I'm their backbone. I keep up with all their cases that are going on within the agency, both internal and out in the division level.
Yeah.
For recruiting, anybody who applies to our agency, the first one to screen them. So I'm their first point of contact.
So y'all didn't get a call back. Sorry,
it's me. Yes.
Okay, recruiting. Okay, what else?
Yes.
And then
Retention. Retention is one of our newer units. We're still working on that. We're currently trying to build a trust for the agency.
I
So
love that. When did so I know Sheriff Owens, he brought that idea to bring the
Correct.
retention unit.
Correct.
So we've had that for now. How long now at the Sheriff's Office? Because I know it's a new unit.
yeah, I would say just about a year, roughly.
Okay.
So currently our biggest thing, again, is just building the trust with all of our employees here. So we're sending out surveys. So if you get a survey, please do the survey. That's the only way we can fix any problems in our agency.
Well, let's have a real moment.
Okay.
So being, when you're sending these out to our internal employees, right? You send an internal survey. Like, what kind of things are you asking them?
Any concerns that they have, we want to know how you feel on a day-to-day basis. What can we do to fix how you feel?
And do you find it that the employees are actually receptive and actually do the surveys?
I think we're still working on it.
Okay, because it's new to them. They
It's
got to
new.
get used
Correct.
to it.
Correct. Again, we say the biggest thing is just building that trust.
Okay, alrighty. So pretty much, you're the backbone. You hold it all down for internal affairs, recruiting, and retention. And how long have you been with the Sheriff's Office?
So I've been with the Sheriff's Office for 3 years.
For 3 years. Now, I will say, I got to know you when we did our civilian training officer, meaning, we're civilian certified, we can train. Let's go, girl.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, what I've heard from your sergeant is that you are a very valuable asset. So in these 3 years for you, how do you feel about the impact that you've made so far?
I think I've made an impact. I think one thing for myself is taking in everything that I've done. I'm not one to showcase everything that I've done, but I know I've made an impact.
Yes, you have. They spoke highly of you, which we're going to get back to that, your kudos. Alrighty, so before we get into the kudos, I want to kind of talk about your journey in law enforcement in general, working for the agency. Now, you were with the Sheriff's Office for 3 years.
Correct.
Is this your first job in law enforcement?
No,
Tell us about it.
Well, prior to this, I worked in Superior Court. So I did some things with the Sheriff's Office. However, I worked in Superior Court.
What was your title there?
So I did multiple things. I left doing as their criminal processor. So if you were ever sentenced for your charges, I would then go in and update your criminal history for your background.
Oh my God! Just mess people back.
Yeah. Yes, I did.
Hey, you did the
but
crime.
but hey, if you fixed it, you did your probation, you did everything. I was going to take it off for you. We did our part.
Like, so how different is it working from like Superior Court to now working in all these other 3 departments together?
It has its ways. It ties together. I wouldn't say it's very different. I mean, of course, you got your courts, and then you got your law enforcement side, but I wouldn't say there's much of a difference, especially at least not on my admin side of things.
Okay, so pretty much just keeping things in order.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, how long were you with Superior Court?
For 8 years.
Oh.
8 years, yes.
Okay.
I've been with the county since 2014. So
Wow. Okay, so you did for Cobb County Superior Court.
Yes.
And then, so what brought you to the Sheriff's Office?
So I was actually doing my job.
As you should.
As I should, yes. So I used to pick up the blue warrants, the blueprints from the Sheriff's Office.
The blue warrants blueprints.
Yes, those were revocations if
Okay.
anybody ever violated their probation,
Understood.
in other words. So I would come over to the Sheriff's Office to the second floor, pick up my documents. There was a major there that met me there one day, said there was something about me, it was my energy, me doing my job, and he wanted to offer the position to me.
How did that feel?
I know, that was amazing. It really was. So
Right,
I
you've been
thank
doing
him.
your job
yes.
to be seen.
Yes, I thank him every day.
I'm sure it was
Yes.
a pay increase. It's none of my
Yes,
business,
yes,
but
absolutely.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
Yes.
Okay, so now with this, now you've been doing it in the county, period, it took over 10 years. But the sheriff's office is 3. And you know, with our 30 by 30, the main purpose of this is just to highlight, you know, women working in law enforcement. Beforehand, it was predominantly focused on our deputies and sworn, but our civilian staff, which we like to call them professional staff, are just as essential, hence what you do. Now, with being in this male-dominated field or career, a lot of times people feel there is some tension between the men and the women, or they make you feel like you're not that great. Get out the way. How has your experience been working in this field as a woman?
So I don't have an issue. I don't think I personally have that issue where it's gender based. I think for me it's more of the professional staff, or are you sworn? I do
Elaborate about
yes,
that.
I do believe that the sworn can feel as if they're a little bit more higher standard than us. But I think it's because they just don't know the importance of our roles.
Yeah.
But I do think that once we all speak to each other, once we communicate and we all understand our roles and our assignments, we all understand, and now we're well aware that we're all part of the same mission. We all have the same end goal.
I like that you said that, because myself as a professional staff, it is that little bit, they may not know what you do and why you are essential, why it's important to have videos like this to talk about it. So I'm gonna throw you on a spot here, but just so they can get put in perspective. If you were not here during your role, during your current role, what impact would that have on the agency? And nobody did that role, like you wasn't there, nobody did it. What would happen?
So all 3 of those units they're very high paced. And I think having somebody behind the scenes such as me, I'm able to control that. And I feel like if you eliminate me from that, there will be chaos. However, I do believe they're capable of maintaining and doing the job, but it's very important to have someone else that can slow things down and say, hey, let me just take charge and do that for you.
Thank you for saying that, because the reason I want to give a perspective to people that are watching, okay, so she's a professional staff, she's an admin, oh, she's an assistant, but I know it's deeper than that. That's why I wanted you to be able to kind of give an aspect. Well, if I wasn't here, backgrounds wouldn't get completed,
Right.
or, you know, people wouldn't get, those are the things I was wanting you to share, just so they can kind of understand.
Okay. As far as recruiting, having that sole person that can review the application, it gives our recruiters time to work on what they have. I can kind of slow that pace down for them. I communicate very well with them, so I screen my applications on a day-to-day basis. So once I feel the need to pull someone else, I communicate with them, hey, where are we all at, or at least our major does.
Yeah.
We communicate with one another to see where we're at, to see if I can go ahead and pull and levy out a few more applications for them to work the next load of work.
Right. Like you said, you control the pace, and if you weren't there, it would be very chaotic.
Yes.
Okay, now I want to talk about your major. Major Garrett. And again, we're talking about women working in law enforcement. And so she, as your top command, how does it feel having, because we love Major Garrett, she did our 30 by 30, fantastic. How does it feel being under her leadership, someone like that?
She is awesome. She really is. We actually spoke this morning, and one thing that she said to me today was, you know, we all bring different strengths. We all have different weaknesses, but just because you might have that degree, or you might be sworn, or you might be professional, doesn't make anybody less than. We all have a standard.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
And that's why I respect Major Garrett, or even just our ladies that are in high ranks here, period. Again, I know we talk about the 30 by 30 being where you want 30% of women working in law enforcement by 2030, but, you know, as we see, Sheriff Owens has already nailed it, and it's done. Now, with that, you have a female major, but what about, I think the people that you, I guess, really come to you the most is your recruiters, and they're mostly men.
So, ironically, when I first started, it was all males.
Oh.
I believe we had, if I'm thinking back correctly, 3 years ago, I believe we had one female for internal affairs who is now promoted to sergeant. She's no longer in our unit because she was her promotion.
Yes.
And then in recruiting, I believe we had 2 other females. One in which is still currently in our role. However, she's also done a lot for the agency, as well as her other occupation she's done as well. And then I have a Lieutenant Vaughn, and then a Major Garrett.
But as far as the men focus, we're going to talk about how you're a boss chick, right? How is it, being like, working with all these men and they're having to listen to you mostly? Like, how has that experience been?
It's been fun.
Oh, fun. we don't hear that word often.
We have a great group of individuals. All the men that I work with, I hold dear. We're a big family. Our unit is a huge family. I started under Major Huval, and he really molded us to be the family that we are. I appreciate every person in our unit, and they all make sure to tell me how much they appreciate me every day.
Now, girl, did they pay you to say all of this? Because all
Yes.
this positive stuff, did they send you like a check or something?
No, I wish. Maybe I should check.
What about, like, you never felt like intimidated? Like, and as a civilian, no, we're going to use professional. As a professional staff, did you ever feel like intimidated working amongst the sworn people? And, they had their maybe law enforcement background, and here you are with your background, but not like, did you ever feel intimidated?
I wouldn't say I felt intimidated. There have been challenges.
Okay.
There's definitely challenges where I feel like I might know the answer to some things, but because I don't have the quote unquote training that they have, they may not want to listen to me.
Does that stop you from speaking?
It doesn't.
Good job.
Because I'm still going to say it, because I know when it comes down to it, guess what happened?
You're right.
I was right.
Girl, give me some,
it's okay.
Boom. Listen to the ladies,
Yes,
okay?
ma'am.
Okay. All right, so I want to kind of now, I'm going to switch over to personal, but before I do that, about some of your accolades.
Okay.
Because Sergeant Senegal, a major sergeant here at the Sheriff's Office, spoke highly. But some things he mentioned is that you were like, you led, I don't know if it was a career fair, or can you tell us about some of the things you did there?
Yes, we had high vacancies back in 23, I believe, and we held 2 successful hiring events back then.
But you ran it.
Yes, I did.
What did you actually do?
So it was partially the same as what I do now. I vet all applications again, but I made sure to get them all signed up. I promoted it. We went out and got billboards, designed or chose the locations for each billboard. For the hiring event, we also had to get food trucks and vendors to come out.
Yeah.
It wasn't just the applicants. We also had it for their family members as well.
Yeah.
So it was a family fun day, as we called it.
And I love it. You are just so team focused. We.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you led it. So thank you, Victoria, for your leading. Because we had a few hirees from that event.
Yeah,
so,
we did. Quite a few, yes.
Yeah,
They're still here.
Because right now, do you know what our current vacancies are?
I believe we're at about 10, roughly.
Is that the lowest in any, in the county? Or
It is the lowest.
Metro?
Yes, it is the absolute lowest. The Sheriff's Office, Cobb County Sheriff's Office is killing it, yes.
Shout out to
Yes.
Victoria and the team. Right? Okay, so now another thing that I want to talk about is get into the personal.
Okay.
So we know that you are a mom. You're a beautiful wife, family woman. Now, when we did our CTO training, I learned so much about your talented daughter. So you are a dance mom.
Dance mom, yes.
And your son does basketball.
Does basketball, correct.
So we gotta know, girl. And they're under
Oh
the
my
age of,
gosh.
what are the ages?
My daughter is 8 and my son is 6.
An 8 and a 6-year-old, which that's a whole journey.
Mm-hmm.
Then helping running one of the largest units.
Mm-hmm.
How are you balancing that with being a mom and having this job and being there for your kids?
It's tough, but it's challenging, but I get through it every day.
What
Yep.
motivates you to get through it?
My kids. It's just my kids, yeah. Yep.
Do you ever, you want them to be like, my mom, she did this for me, she did that, and she's still, what do you want them to view you as after doing? Then when they get older and look back, what do you want them to see?
I just want my kids to be proud of me. I want them to say, my mommy did this, or my mommy is this. I just want them to be happy to call me their mom.
Do they say that now, though?
They do. They do. Yes, they do. And I love it. I absolutely love it. But my husband's taken over that little shine a little bit now.
Oh, how did hubby take the shine? Tell us, girl.
So my husband's actually a deputy here as well. Yes.
Come on,
yes.
family.
Yes.
So he was here first, right?
No, I was here first.
You brought him on?
I'm the original Scott, yes.
Oh, I love it. The original Scott.
Yes.
I love that. And him being a deputy, so that's why you probably all the runs, because he's working. But
Yes, he works all the time.
And you have the flexibility, though, too.
Yes.
I love that stuff.
Yeah.
I just kind of, I think that's what people probably want. You got the whole little family.
And again, it helps with our unit, too, because our unit, again, when I first started, the biggest thing that they told me was they were family-oriented. I left a location, I left Superior Court, where I knew that I could leave at the drop of the dime.
Oh.
So leaving to go somewhere else, of course that's scary, because I have young kids, so I need to be able to go when I have to go. But they told me family comes first, and they have made sure that that is what it is at this agency.
That is really, because everybody doesn't have that
No.
that leisure.
No.
Like, that's really a blessing. So good for that. Now, when we go back into the kids and the fun stuff, because I'm sure doing all the things with your kid is fun,
Yeah.
right? But what does Victoria like to do for fun outside of these walls?
Oh, so I recently joined Burn Boot Camp.
Ew, tell us
Yeah,
about
so I'm
Burn.
trying to take care of myself. Yeah, so I try to go to Burn at least 4 or 5 times a week.
It's a fitness center.
It's a fitness center.
Okay.
It's a big community fitness center. So I'm not the type of person that can go to a gym and just jump on a treadmill or get a weight set and know what to do. I can't do that.
Okay.
But Burn Boot Camp, they have their own trainers there. They have trainers on site. They walk us through each and every step. It's an amazing environment.
Diana, who we also did the 30 by 30, she speaks highly about it.
Yes.
Girl, she tried to get me to go, but I had that mommy
Yes.
brain and I
It's
forgot.
okay. I'm gonna
But
work on you.
Please,
Work
because
on
I
you.
got to get
Yes,
extra fine. You know what I'm
yes.
saying? Because I'm fine, but I got to be extra fine. But no, seriously. So working out, that's something fun for you. What's your goal? Like, what do you want to do with that?
I just want to take care of myself. My life had been consumed of my kids. So I vowed at the beginning of the year that this was going to be my year. I was going to take care of myself.
Yes,
Yep, that was me.
2025, all about you.
Yep.
So you're working on your health, your fitness, any other things you want to do for, like, focusing on you? I don't know if you want to do solo travel, you trying to do spa days, like, what else all of that include?
Oh, definitely traveling. Definitely traveling. Me and my husband, we have spoke highly of, we're trying to travel, especially for the Christmas. We don't want to do gifts no more. We want to travel for holidays.
Really?
So once he gets, in his groove of things here,
Yes.
then we'll start traveling a little
Now,
more.
remind me, is your husband Jamaican, or
He is Jamaican.
have you guys been to Jamaica as a family?
No, we have not.
I'm sorry, Diana. She's from Jamaica, and I thought that was another fun fact.
Yes.
But that would be.
Yes.
So you haven't taken to Jamaica yet?
No, he has not taken me to Jamaica yet.
Oh my! You are going to. You have to talk to
Yes.
Diana. Listen,
Yes.
she's gonna give you all the spots.
COVID messed that up. We had a family reunion, but COVID messed that up.
And they
so-
were real little then.
Yes, yes,
Oh.
yeah.
Have you been anywhere like super exotic?
No, I haven't. So I'm born and raised in Paulding County, so my life is all of that. So I'm not one to travel. My husband is expanding me.
Come on, husband.
Yes.
We love to see that. Victoria, I can't
Yeah.
wait. Look, a year from now, oh, Randy, I went here, I went
Yes.
here, we did that. I love it. I love it.
Just waiting for the kids to get a little bit older.
yeah. Like maybe like 12, at the oldest one 12.
Well, want Jameer to be at least 8. So I think 8's right. So it'll be about 10 and 8.
Okay,
He's
good.
still my little baby.
I know.
Yeah.
So like which one is like more attached to you?
Oh, my son.
As a boy and mom, you gotta tell me
Yes.
about that. Why do you think that is more than your daughter?
The love is so different. I can't. It's hard to explain, but they're hugs. They're sugars. They're different. My daughter, of course, I know she loves me, but there's nothing like the little boy's love for his mom.
Oh, I love that for you boy moms.
Yes.
She's talking to us.
Yes.
And for those who have daughters, they love y'all too,
Yes.
right?
It's
Did she
just
love
that-
daddy a little more?
Yeah, she loves her daddy. Yes.
I'm diehard daddy's girl,
Yes,
so I get
me
it.
too. So I can't complain. I get it. Yes.
Okay, I love
Yeah.
this. So Paulding County, Cobb County, started a family, doing well here. So last couple of questions, like what is your any long-term goals you want to do here at the sheriff's office? Maybe accomplish, start, complete, like what anything with that?
So I would love to expand my knowledge in recruiting. Again, I love recruiting. I really do. I love recruiting. I had times where I would like to expand to training because it's a nice element to transition from recruiting to training. But right now, I'm pretty happy. I'm stable where I'm at.
I love that. And then what if people like looking at this video and they want to come work at the sheriff's office? And again, you're an example that you don't necessarily have to just be a deputy or a sworn officer. What would advice you would give to somebody who is interested in maybe working for the sheriff's office or working in law enforcement in general?
If you ever thought about it, just do it. Be confident in yourself. You don't have to wear a badge or you don't have to wear a uniform to make an impact. We all make an impact regardless if it's up front or if we're behind the scenes. We all have a mission, and come out and do that, and we can all work together to make an impact.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Victoria Scott, another successful 30 by 30 series. Her story, her strength. We'll see you at the next one.